Hi everyone and welcome to yet another Facebook Festivelle Live with another exceptional boss lady. I'm Shruti Seth. I am the co-founder of Festivelle, and once again I'd like to thank all of you for all the overwhelming love that we've been receiving from you guys on Instagram, on Facebook and on Twitter. And for those of you who haven't started following us, you know what to do. Well, today the boss lady that I'm going to be talking to is a bit of an overachiever, which is really upsetting me. She's worn way too many hats. I can't even remember how many hats she's worn, but from the ones that I can remember from the top of my head, she's been a journalist, she's been a TEDx speaker, a curator, and of course, a very well-renowned author. And I'm sure there's more stuff that she's done, but I'm going to let her talk about her achievements. So please join me in welcoming the ever so lovely Kiran Manral. Hello, Kiran.
Hi, Shruti. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for taking time out for us. And must you be the person who gives serious complexes to other women?
You're a good one to talk, Shruti.
Yeah, well, please. I haven't been an author and a TEDx speaker and a curator and a journalist and yada yada and an amazing mom and wife and blah 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 blah.
Like that amazing mom and wife is debatable. So let's not
listen,
get
all moms are amazing. Okay, now that's a rule. All moms are amazing.
But you know, anchor and actor and mom, I wouldn't be able to do that. So hats off to you.
Thank you. You're also very kind with your compliments. So, okay, straight to it. How have you managed doing so many things all at once? What all have you done? Because I know I couldn't cover all your achievements. So please inform our audience.
What all have I done? I have been a journalist. I have been in advertising. I have done research, qualitative research. I've conducted workshops. I don't know. I think that's about the gamut of it. I think I dabble too much. You know,
you've also forgotten all the things you've done.
And now
like, oh, yeah, I was that also. Yeah, I was also president at some point of some country, but I can't remember it now.
That I would remember, you know. That would have been fun. But no, unfortunately, no president, no prime minister, no chief minister,
Soon
nothing.
Enough. Soon enough. Yeah. Okay. So, okay, of all the things that you have done, what have you enjoyed the most?
Writing, to be honest, because there's no gun to my head. I do it for my pleasure. And now, more recently, painting. I really enjoy painting.
Yes, she's also an artist. If I may add to her multiple feathers, she's also an artist. And you know, on one of those boring days when she's not dishing a book out, she's like, okay, so I'll just move my left hand with one eye closed. And oh, it's a masterpiece. Oh, it's totally by accident.
You're too kind. No masterpieces. All riyas, all works in progress.
Yeah, but your work is beautiful.
Thank you so much.
So please do check out Kiran's Instagram feed. You'll see all her lovely paintings up there. And of course, there's many book racks in many stores where you will find a book practically every month authored by Kiran Manral.
Every month, like ghee shakkar. No, you don't say shakkar and ghee.
Ghee shakkar nahi bolte abhi, but I'm all for it. Ghee gud khila dete hain aapko.
Ghee gud. Done.
Okay, I'm going to be chatting with Kiran for another 10-12 minutes, so please do like, share and comment on this video. Talking about your latest book, tell us about that.
The book is called Missing Presumed Dead. It's a very different genre from what I've written. And Shruti, you've read them all.
I've read practically all of Kiran's books. They're a great read, except the one that I'm reading right now because I'm terrified of horror. I've been struggling with one of her books, which is so well written that it almost makes me, it's constantly spooking me. So I have to quickly shut it and put it under my bed. So this is not horror.
This is not horror. This is psychological thriller. This is domestic noir, as they would say.
Wow.
It's about a woman who has mental issues. She's also trapped in a marriage which we think is abusive. Whether it is or not, you have to read the book to find out. And she goes missing, and what happens after that?
So missing, presumed dead.
Presumed dead.
Okay. And why is the presumed dead part in?
The presumed dead part is because someone thinks they saw her committing suicide, and there is a note found. But is it really her? That's what the book is all about.
Okay.
Is she really the one who committed suicide?
Okay. So, you know, Kiran, talking about your books, and luckily because I've read most of them, you've dabbled in multiple genres. So, which one is your personal favorite?
I don't know, Shruti. I think it's all the phase that you are in or the space you are in at that point.
I don't think you're having any mental issues. and I absolutely hope your husband won't dare You wouldn't dare. So what phase were you in when you wrote this book, Kiran?
I think I was in a very dark phase because that was the point, I also am a very staunch supporter of women's issues and gender rights.
Yes.
So there was a phase when I was doing a lot of work on violence against women awareness and child sexual abuse awareness. I think a lot of the research that came up from that time, a lot of survivor stories,
kind of
stayed back, and somehow it all culminated in the writing of this book. So,
wow.
If I say more, it'll give away the
plot. No. Just go buy the book.
Yeah,
you'll find it. I'm sure it's also available online.
Absolutely, on Amazon, Flipkart, everywhere, and also in all stores. So
Missing, Presumed Dead. I'm absolutely sure you're going to love it. I'm going to move on to it. I've just got my signed copy today,
Yes.
perks of being who I am and knowing authors.
Yes.
Okay, so, the book, of course, that's something that you keep doing and literally bang out one every month, every 6 months. Talking about what you do, which is what has impacted you to write a book like this, talking of women's rights. I think we're at a very crucial juncture in history right now with what's happening around us. What's your view on Me Too?
It was a long time coming. And my day job is also Ideas Editor at She the People. So we do talk a lot about women's issues and women's rights. And this is something that has been very dear to my heart because I think we're a generation that grew up accepting what came to us in a certain way and not really realizing that this is unacceptable behavior because it normalized it and internalized it so much. So now to look back and to say that this happened and this wasn't right and I want to be heard.
Yeah.
I think it's more about wanting to be heard and wanting an acknowledgement that this was not appropriate behavior. For most of it is what the Me Too movement really is. Of course, it escalates into really horrific, it ranges from harassment to outright abuse and violence and assault and rape. I mean, those are the horrific ones and absolutely unacceptable. But I think the fact that we're talking about it and we're wanting answers and people are being called to task for what they've done is fabulous. My only fear is the momentum should not get lost.
Yeah, because I kind of sense that is already happening because, I think unfortunately for all of us, it's a 24-hour news cycle. Everyone's very charged up and it's being spoken about and then 1 week later, everyone kind of goes back to their ordinary lives and then you start normalizing it all over again. What do you think we all need to do to make sure that this has far-reaching consequences and we should hopefully end up in safer workplaces?
I think what is happening and due processes, we need to push for more due processes, to follow due processes, to call for accountability to those the names that have come out and the persons who have been named. What are the consequences? What is happening? Take their organizations to task or take the environment or the people who enable them around to task. Keep talking about it.
But the only thing is, Kiran, taking them to task is something that we can suggest. It has to actually happen.
Which is
who's going to monitor that is my question.
There can be no monitoring except if it is a workspace and where it has happened. If when it has happened between private individuals, it's very difficult to monitor. At the end of the day, some might want to go to the authorities, some might not want to go to the authorities. That's completely their call on what they are comfortable with. But I think the few instances where women have gone to the authorities and have complained, I think the follow-up and the insistent and the... Shruti, I'm a firm believer of the sisterhood.
Yes.
And it is only the sisterhood that can get this thing going and can stand by the women who speak out.
Yes.
And as long as the sisterhood keeps talking about it, keeps supporting and keeps calling out for the women who may not have the voice to speak out.
Yes.
I think that we'll go somewhere.
And what is your opinion on the naysayers? The women who are strangely, it shocks me and baffles me no end that women out there have been trying to, at some level, discredit or derail the fact that this is actually happening.
I honestly don't know, Shruti, because you see some of the comments that come and some of the tweets and you wonder, what are they smoking, man? What? How can you say? I mean, So somebody is saying, how did you enter the room when he was in his underwear? Okay, but why was he opening the door in his underwear, man?
Yeah, how was I supposed to? I don't have X-ray vision to know what the person is going to wear.
Why are you being so defensive of the patriarchy? Why are you defending? I'm not saying that, you know, there are instances where...
No, see, everything does get misused, unfortunately. That is a byproduct.
And someone spoke to me about collateral damage in men getting... I'm saying like women have been collateral damage for centuries.
Yeah.
So now
we're still collateral damage.
Yeah, so now if the shoe is on the other foot, it's okay. There will be some amount of collateral damage. But at the end of the day, if we get to a space where men know that certain behavior is not going to be tolerated at any cost, and they're more careful about it, I think we have achieved our goals. But that's a long way off.
Okay, well, I am in conversation with author Kiran Manral. For those of you who've just joined us, please like, share and comment on the video. And now to talk about what makes Kiran Manral tick. So we have something called the Boss Lady Express. This is the brainchild of all the girls who work in Festivelle. Gul and I have had nothing to do with it, but it's pretty cool and it's lots of fun. So I'm going to quickly fire off 20 questions to you. And you have to give me answers from the top of your head.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go, Kiran Manral. What is your favorite genre to read?
Humor.
Humor?
Humor and horror.
Horror, okay.
So it's, you know, you can see, you know, there's a bipolar personality.
Yes, I read it firsthand. Okay, what's your favorite lit fest around the world?
Around the world, I haven't attended so many. But I must say, I just came back from the Bangalore Lit Fest and I had a great time. It was like a huge Lit Fest, but yet warm and intimate.
Lovely. An inspiration that has never failed you?
Can I go back to the previous question? Sorry. I love our own Women Writers Fest because it's a platform for women we do across 5-6 cities, and it's like a space and a nurturing cocoon for women.
An inspiration that has never failed you?
An inspiration that has never failed me? My mom.
Lovely. I told you, moms are amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. Until they get and they call you out for wearing nighties to work.
Yeah, my nighties. Okay, if a book was written on your life, who would you like to pick as a writer? Who would author your book?
Who would author my book? My life is rather boring, Shruti.
That you have to also leave to the author.
So
उनको भी कुछ काम करने दो.
So I would think Neil Gaiman.
Really? Interesting. Okay.
You can put buttons for my eyes. I don't mind.
Okay. What is your favorite place on earth?
Kumaon, Pahad.
Lovely. You were there for the Lit Fest as well.
Yep.
I know. When did you first realize that you wanted to be an author?
You know, this is live, so okay. When I was very young, I was writing horrible stories with princesses and dragons, and my mother saved them all. She'd probably blackmail me with them when I'm old. So I think that was the point I knew that I was going to write, but I did nothing about it for many years.
And then it still ended up happening.
Yeah, because of mom.
Oh.
Like, when are you going to write your book?
Moms are amazing. We need to just keep plugging that.
Yeah, when are you going to write your book? So I wrote it to get her off my back.
So your first book was?
The Reluctant Detective.
And year?
End 2011, December 2011.
Lovely. I have read the book. I'm just letting you guys know. Yes. What is the one must read for everyone who wants to learn how to write well?
Stephen King's on writing.
Okay. What are the most common traps for aspiring writers?
Not reading enough.
One thing that annoys you the most? Not reading enough?
One thing, man, there is a plethora.
You have to try and put it all together.
I must say mansplaining.
Oh, wow. Don't we love that?
Yeah, you know,
such a joy.
Yeah, you could just go on Twitter and get mansplained about giving birth.
You can get mansplained anywhere.
I got mansplained giving birth. I'm like, I was the woman on the table giving birth, man. You don't tell me what it was like.
Okay. So I would assume, what is the one thing on your bucket list that you've checked off?
Writing a book.
What you haven't checked off?
Traveling the world.
Okay. What's your all-time favorite movie or book quote?
All-time favorite movie or book quote? That's a tough one. There's a one from The Lord of the Rings, which I can't remember it offhand. It is not for us to decide what... Something that Gandalf says.
I'm so sorry, I can't help you here.
Yeah, it is something about that. It's not given to us to choose which time we are at, but to make the best of that time.
Okay.
Something like that. But it's, I'll get it sometime. This is old age and Alzheimer's catching up with me.
We'll update you guys very soon. We'll get Kiran to quote it for us, and we'll make sure that you get the exact quote from the book. 3 things that you can't live without. Mansplaining one.
Yeah, I need my daily dose every single day. That's why I go to Twitter. 3 things I can't. Coffee,
Okay.
chocolates,
Wow.
and my son.
I was waiting for that. Okay. 3 things that you would like to live without.
Do I get to name names?
Yeah, of course.
I think things that I would like to live without traffic.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Traffic, cellulite, and bad hair days.
Yeah, well, won't we all? Won't we all? Okay, what's the one big learning as a female in the media industry? You know, I'm personally opposed to any questions where we get labeled as female, whatever. But let's just say as an author and of being of the female gender.
One big learning has been that women will pick up books by men and women. Men will pick up books primarily by men.
Interesting.
So your audience...
So have you thought of having a male pseudonym as well?
I mean, J.K. Rowling did that. She did Robert Galbraith. But, you know, I'm Kiran. Kiran is nice.
Actually, Kiran could be both.
Yeah.
Kiran is both also.
Yeah.
And not right now, we don't want to talk about the other Kiran.
No,
Yeah.
please.
Okay. 3 guests that you'd like to have at your dinner party. They could be living or presumed dead.
Or presumed dead. Okay, 3 guests that I would like to have at my dinner party. Mr. Nehru, because I want to ask him, why did he not do anything for the country for the past 70 years?
I tell you, yeah, I know.
I mean,
Yeah, I know. Look at us here. I don't know how we got here. We just got here by accident, you know,
Absolutely.
entirely.
And I think I would like to have Mark Twain because I adore him, and P.G. Woodhouse.
Lovely. Definitely one for humor. Okay. If not a writer, what do you see yourself as? Though you've already been many other things, and of course a painter now, and blah blah blah. Yeah. What else would you like to be, Kiran? Which you will soon be, and we'll find out about it.
A singer.
Are you gonna break into a tune for me right
No.
now? Come on, do
No.
it, and then we'll be like, Lata ji, yahi baithe.
No.
You know, I have a sore throat, but guess what? I sing like a nightingale.
No nightingale. I mean, I don't want to crack all the...
But have you been formally trained? Have you ever? No, it's just
There was a small patch where I was trained. But
see, it's coming out, isn't it? Tell me, you have an album.
No, I don't have an album.
You have an album. I'm sure you'll release it just like next month. Oh, you know, my bathroom tape.
Ghee and honey.
Ghee and honey, yes. Okay, one everyday pleasure that you can't live without.
A tall mug of cold coffee in the evening.
Oh my God, I love cold coffee as well.
I'm good.
An author that you look up to most.
So many, Shruti. I think I really like the writing of Anuradha Roy. I love the work of Chitra Banerjee Divakaruni.
Yes, I love her too.
And I have recently read a book by Kamala Shamsi, Home Fire, and I really loved it. So I think these 3 at the moment. But
I'm glad
I'm
you
very
named
fluid.
female authors.
Of course.
What's the one? Okay, since you do have a lit fest that promotes women in writing, what's the one piece of advice that you'd like to give budding female authors?
Don't write to genre. Don't write what you think people would want you to write about. Just write what you want. You will be buttonholed as a female author. They will think that you write chick lit and romance and you should write pleasant stuff. Be unpleasant.
Shock the system.
Yes, you know.
Okay, so talking about shocking the system, Kiran, what is it about you that makes you a boss lady?
I think it's just that I do what I want to do.
That's it.
That's it. And if I don't want to do something, I will not do it.
Okay. Is that what you would tell other women on how
Yes.
to be boss ladies?
I think we all need very strongly to learn to say no. As
Yes.
women, we don't know how to say no. And you can say it pleasantly, and you can say it firmly, and you can say it without an apology, and just be done with it. There's no need to do something because you want to be nice and you want people to like you. Nobody will like you. At the end of the day, everybody's bitching about you behind your back. So just do what you want and be happy.
Thank you for those wise words.
Thank you.
Like I said, this had to be a delightful chat because it's Kiran Manral. And as a small, tiny little token of appreciation, we have few goodies for you, Kiran. So
goodies.
Please allow me to pass these on. We have a little gift from Longchamp.
Oh wow, thank you.
We have something lovely for your skin, perhaps even hair, from Just Herbs.
Thank you.
And we have a little bag for the goodies from Damilano.
Thank you, little.
Yes.
This is little. I should have got a suitcase along, Shruti. Thank you so much. This is lovely.
Kiran. And thank you to all of you for watching. And please continue to show your love on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We're on all 3 platforms. And remember to stay tuned to find out who we're going to be chatting with next on Festivelle Boss Lady. Have a great weekend. Thank you, guys and girls.
Thank you.
Thank you
for this. Oh my God. This is like too much.